Hello, everybody. How's it going? Today is Tuesday, June 7th. It's crazy how time is flying by. As a side note, I need you guys to do two things. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. My 11-year-old and 13-year-old daughters kind of schooled me over the weekend on YouTube stats.
Cool, man.
And I'm almost embarrassed to say, but they have a friend, and I learned about YouTube Shorts, which I didn't know until this weekend, but they have a friend of theirs, this little girl who had like over 500 views on one of her YouTube videos. So I was quite embarrassed that mine get 40, 50. So pump up those volumes. Subscribe to the channel. This morning I almost swore off of Facebook. So I'm still on it. I'm still going to post these videos to the group, but long term I might not. And if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll be notified as soon as I post it, which will probably be later tonight because of baseball. So yeah, so those two are gonna, my little girls are gonna be my my social media mentors or social media managers. So we'll see how much I have to pay them to do that. But yeah, hopefully I can get my views up for you guys. We're gonna concentrate, I think, on the earnings app. I know Alan's itching to go. The 5-minute rule app is still there, still available.
Can you bring up the 5-minute app today on another screen?
I don't think I can.
I might be able to, but you know, the thing is that, you know, what I love is that this 5-minute app is so dead on. If you guys don't have this, you got to get it. I mean, the thing is, we start down 200-300 points. You think we're going out. I mean, look at this. It's all calls.
Yeah, today.
I mean, here I am. I'm like buying everything on a call. Well, you don't have to bring it up. I got it right here. The thing is, look at this. Look at all the green. And the thing that surprised me the most, bring up UNFI.
Let's see.
This will, you think $30 is nothing? UNFI, if you didn't make $10,000 today on UNFI, I mean, the thing started out $4 or $5 up or whatever. It was up. You bring up that chart. And who could dream up this stuff?
Well, and they had earnings yesterday, and
it gapped up $3-4.
Yeah, exactly. And then sold off. And we saw that with Smuckers too. Smuckers before the market opened,
yeah, was
down, and I think it was up 5% during the day.
Yeah, so the app had you buy UNFI puts at 940. And you should have bought it at $48.41.
Yeah.
That's a $5 move. If you bought 10 contracts, you made $5,000 today.
Yeah, and here's the...
So, I mean, because this is why you need the app. I mean, we're not, you know, Brian doesn't have a crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. I just go with what I see. I would have never believed this. I mean, yeah. Is this crazy? And I gave them what to trade today. I gave them the stocks, because this is what I do. I gave them the stocks. It's right there, UNFI. I gave it to them at 8:30 this morning.
Oh yeah.
9:40. You would have. This is 9:40 Eastern time. You would have bought puts at $48, and you would have made $10,000. I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's like, it's crazy because I don't know if I've ever seen. I've actually seen UNFI do this before. I mean, but it's amazing to me that something could sell off that much with amazing great earnings.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
But that's why we use the app.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. And I'll show you with Smuckers as well, but look
Well,
at
that's
that.
a 1 month chart.
Yeah, look at that daily candle. Look at it went almost, it almost went 10 points,
I
which is like
know,
20%, I think. Wow.
but it was on the app. I don't know if that's why, and I need to get more into teaching you guys what to look for. But a lot of the stuff I look for is on the Fidelity app. I look at the Fidelity to see what the earnings were, but I mean, to me, that's just crazy that it could do that.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I
Predict that, but that's why I got the app.
Yeah. Yeah. Today was kind of interesting because, like I said, this was down before it opened. And I don't know why the chart's not coming up, but that would show another.
And another surprise rate on the app was Target. Bring up Target.
Oh, yeah. I heard the news on Target. Target got.
So then why did it go up? You say it went up. Well, look at the low.
Oh, come on, Target.
147.
Oh, yeah. Open at 148.
This is what the app is about. Target was a buy calls at 9:45. The app knows. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the app. Let's talk about the earnings app. I was teaching Brian a little bit earlier. Let me show you something about Fidelity. This is something that is new to Fidelity, and this is a game changer as long as you use it with the app, with the trading app. So if you go to the option chain.
What are we going to look at, Campbell's or Thor?
Let's look at Thor. Now, I'm short Thor. I'm thinking this thing's going to drop. I mean, there's no way at $5.25 a gallon, that's what we pay in Michigan, that anybody's buying a vehicle that gets 3 miles to the gallon or 5 miles a gallon. I'm not.
Right.
I can't think anybody else does. So you bring up Thor, look at all those puts over at the 75. Now that's what I have. I'm at the 75 puts.
And these are monthlies.
Yeah, but it's only got 10 days. It's next week. But go to what I showed you, which is the IV index. No, it's the IV index.
Actually, I think key statistics.
Oh, is it? Okay. Now click on that total volume.
So if you hover over total volume,
it tells you right there. That to me, I only need 2 to 1 to take the trade. Now, is it going to pan out tomorrow? Am I going to make 20,000 tomorrow? I don't know. But the issue is risk return. Risk return. I want other people in on the trade, or it's not going to work, because this stuff is manipulated, and it's. I mean, all you gotta do is look at Smuckers. I mean, they're gonna make it go. And then look, if you look to the right where it's got today's biggest trades, the biggest trade is this trade, 75 right there, 800 contracts.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's a 90% trade. I take it. Me personally, I think Thor is going to hit 70 tomorrow. But
and another thing with that trade, if you look at this biggest trade right here, so they bought 800.
Yeah.
At 295 when the market was at 285, 290. So they really wanted to get that.
Wow.
So those were definite buyers that, usually they say when you want to sell something, you sell at the bid. And when you buy something, you want to buy at the ask. Because if you want to get in, odds are you can't get in at the bid. So you keep raising until you get to the ask, till and odds are at 290, there weren't enough options for this person to buy them.
Now, I know this is gonna sound crazy, Brian, but you just taught me something. I didn't even know that that's what that meant when you had the market there.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's
So
the
you're
bid-ask.
saying because they couldn't get in, they paid $295. So
That's
they're
right.
desperate.
Right,
So
exactly. Because if you look at the next one, you know, they bought 381 at 540, so which is kind of right in between the bid ask.
and that's the 70 puts. That's my target tomorrow for Thor is 70. And that's how I'm playing it. But what is that? 800. You know what I love is when I look at this, I mean, to me, this is crazy. So somebody spent $236,000, $250,000 on this trade.
And it's the current monthly options. It's not, there's a lot of Junes here, you know.
So to me, this tomorrow, you know, because it's like, you know, whoever this guy is, and I always love, I remember when I was with the traders at JP Morgan Chase in New York City over in Manhattan. And I'm like, who are these guys? And then when I was on the New York Stock Exchange floor, I'm like, who are these? We're like, we would love to know who they are too. And because the thing is, who spends $236,000 on something, like you said, that expires this month, which is next week? I mean, to me, it's somebody that knows what's going to happen.
Right, yeah.
And then you see the second trade is on the 70 puts, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, actually, what are we even talking here? Then you go to the 75 puts, you got another 199 right there.
Yeah, and again, if you look, they bought at 3 and the market was 285, 290.
Now look at that.
And look at, you know what? It's at the same time too,
Now
1429.
look at that right there. We should have put down an alert like I did where I made $1,200 on that other trade. That right there is really good stuff, because the thing is that who would go ahead and get the 65 puts? This might be a really good day tomorrow.
Wow, yeah.
Who would go ahead and spend 100 times $79? What is that? Who would spend $8,000? It's going to go down to 65.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I mean, you know, if that was going to be July contracts, I can see it. But June contracts, that doesn't make any sense to me unless they know. We might see 65 tomorrow.
That's a 14% drop right there.
Yeah.
76.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I mean, and I got another stock that I traded, and I got a pretty huge amount of money in on this one. Is that Winnebago, WGO, and Camping World. And my logic is on this. Now, what I do is a lot of times I can't, if you get into it, what I call a sister company, what happens, see that right there? It's right there. You see it?
Yeah.
2468 puts to 899 calls.
Almost 3 to 1.
Yeah. So to me, I mean, I'm just a normal thinker here. I'm thinking to myself, wow, look at that right there. I didn't even notice that. Because is this a beautiful tool? Look at that. January 19, 1,750 buys at the 2250 put.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make logical sense.
Yeah.
But it makes logical sense, because I would not be surprised that Thor on their guidance says, we're going to just be honest with you. Nobody's buying a Winnebago at $5.30 a gallon.
Yeah, buckle up.
I mean, I gotta think some CEO is gonna say like, I don't want to be like a downer here, but our sales are nothing because nobody's buying it. We got to get gas prices down. We got to go ahead and pump oil. We got to go ahead and do something because nobody's buying our product at these kind of prices.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of oil, I gotta
Now,
find it.
Exxon Mobil had a great day today.
For those of you that
I still remember my parents had to get a Winnebago. And my dad, I did love my dad. And he says, geez, you gotta get a Winnebago. And I says, well, what do you mean you get a Winnebago? And he's like, yeah, you can save all this money at you don't have to pay for a hotel. And then I saw his fuel bill to go down to Florida when it was only $2.50 a gallon. It was $2,500.
you can buy a lot of hotel rooms for that.
Like, who's got $2,500 to drive to Florida in a Winnebago?
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, speaking of oil, and those of you that don't know, Dennis Prost kind of reminds me of an old commercial that says when EF Hutton talks, people listen. So Dennis is one of those that as China opens back up, it will likely pressure oil prices higher. Concerned oil prices may be going back to recent highs. They're at 120 a barrel. Oil prices went over 140 a barrel. So yeah, I don't think it's on its way down. I think oil and gas prices are going to continue to rise. So
the problem with oil right now is that till we go ahead and make up with the Saudis, make up with OPEC, and get them to go ahead and drop and the price of oil, that they go ahead and mass produce this and get it down, it's not going to go down.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the problem. The thing is that we're so caught up in, other issues that, it's like, we need Saudi Arabia to increase their output to get this price of oil down. We're releasing a million barrels a day. And all oil is doing is going up.
You mean from the reserves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Biden was going to do that July 1st. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we went ahead and showed you the earnings app. We showed you a new thing that Fidelity added, which I think is very important to give you the trade. So if the earning app gives you the trade, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and use the Fidelity to give you a signal that if you take the trade, and you want something that you want is basically a 90% trade. If you remember when I traded earnings on a yearly basis, I was putting the trades on the app, and we were setting the trades up and putting them on there. That the rule is it's 3 times calls, and you only need 2 times puts, because to get a stock to go up takes a lot more volume than to go down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but go back to Winnebago. What was that? That's almost a 3-to-1 there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think 2,700 would have put it at 3-to-1.
Yeah, 8 times 3. That's exactly 3-to-1. So
yeah,
that's a great trade.
Yeah, and for you guys that are on ThinkOrSwim, at the bottom of the option chain, time and sales. Why isn't this working? Filter. So they have two things. So here's the time and sales. Here's the biggest on the call side and on the put side. And then they have option statistics that tell you total
I
calls,
love that feature. What do we got there?
total
Oh,
call.
now
Well,
why is that? Why is that about even today?
this is ASO. So we were looking at.
Oh, I was gonna say, because that didn't make sense to me. Do Thor, because that Thor's has got the earnings.
Let me see, can I pump this up? Oh, I guess not. So Thor,
Looks like it's 2 times puts.
yeah. And they also say traded at the bid or below, traded at the ask or above. And they also break it down by delta. So the higher the delta, the more expensive or the more in the money they are.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to, you could, and I didn't do so well in statistics back in college, but you could kind of run these numbers kind of things. So yeah, there it is on ThinkOrSwim at the bottom. And Fidelity's new thing in key statistics on the option chain. So
Yeah, I think that's invaluable.
yeah, and there's UNFI.
Well, Brian, I got to run. You got baseball.
Yeah.
Key thing is you want to get the earnings app when it comes out. It's not out yet, right? Did you? How come you can't post that to Google yet? Are you still in? Because I like your last one that you did. That one's good.
I believe it's out there.
It's trial, but I don't think you got it yet for the pay. And so just how people understand how markets work. Because basically after next week, there's no earnings. That's kind of what makes the market drop like it does. Because people are going on vacation, they're leaving, they're doing their thing, they're not trading. So yeah, but you don't have the earnings app yet, right?
Oh, here's the Play Store. It looks like, yeah, FTM Earnings.
What's that FTM player? When did you get that one going?
No, that's someone else's. They're using my FTM thing.
Yeah.
Somewhere it should say that this is in an open testing.
Is that the trading app?
It's the earnings app.
Oh, I should say earnings, yeah.
And like I said, I would have expected it to say it's in a testing version, but I don't see that. Updated yesterday.
No, excellent.
So that's interesting that they don't say that, it's a test, because test version, maybe Google just doesn't look out for you, I guess. I would have expected it to, but yeah, I could go FTM Options Trading. And there's the other one. Actually, there's both of them. I need to change the screen.
No, I would have that. I would have it different, maybe a different color.
I need a graphic designer.
No, I think it's fine, but I'm thinking maybe purple or something to signify to match your shirt, something to signify it's different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, because they look the same to me.
Yeah, I'll put that on the list. So yeah, that's my homework, is to update this. Your guys' homework is to like the video, subscribe to the channel, download the earnings app, and play with it
tonight.
What's that?
Wiffle balls tonight.
Yeah, I got baseball tonight. Just so you guys know, I've started tracking options that I think are in play. These two I selected for tonight and tomorrow morning, after market and before market. So I'm starting to track the earnings app and see how it does or which ones I pick. So, so yeah. So hopefully you guys have a good rest of the week. Like I said, I'm surprised that it's flying by.
Sounds good.
No,
I look forward to it. Hey, any of my friends that are in the Lake Tahoe area, I'll be there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Getting a little bit of relaxation in. We're really looking forward to. It's going to be my first time to Lake Tahoe. So if you're in the area, I'm going to bring a couple books. Just instant message me. So sounds good.
are you going to be on the California side or the Nevada side?
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
All I know is I'm going to take a boat and I'm going to go on California and Nevada. So
yeah, we flew into Reno, I think, and went skiing.
yeah, no, you fly into Reno. So
Yeah.
but I've never been there, so I don't know. I know that I'm staying at an amazing facility. That's all I know.
Okay. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, thank you, everyone.
All right, we'll see you.
See you later.